I always got skeptical about using.
I don't know.
I don't know either. What the fuck is it called?
Place to get
a place to get your shit. Where do you send your shit? So that way they can fucking prep it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Prep center. I've always been skeptical about using prep centers in general because they work with nothing but pretty much resellers and wholesalers. And I always feel like I think to myself, I'm like, yo, if my best friend ran a prep center, he'd be sending me all the fucking good shit.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, maybe you're not supposed to.
No.
But he'd be sending it to me. And I always get suspicious, like, because you don't sign. When I worked with a prep center, which I had good experience at first and then a really bad experience after.
I saw that.
Where to the point I brought the prep center 100 boxes from Home Depot because they didn't have the right size for certain toys. Like it was like at that level, it's like you're a prep center. You don't have I'm spent $100 to bring you boxes. Yeah. Right. I always thought to myself, and he was working with Taylor Jones because he's the one that told me about. Yeah. So he told me about it, and I always thought to myself, I'm like, how do I know that you're not sharing information, right? Because we don't sign anything saying you're going to keep my stuff private.
Yeah.
I just always got skeptical of prep centers. I mean, do you advocate for prep centers with the cost, right? Because when I looked for prep center cost, they wanted $1.75 per item. And I was like, it's actually cheaper to have Amazon prep.
Yeah.
So how do you justify using like a prep center, or maybe you don't justify using a prep center? Like, what do you think about prep centers?
No, we use prep center for some of our items.
You do?
Usually if it's West Coast stuff. If I'm getting stuff from a supplier in the West Coast to ship it East Coast and then send it to Amazon, you know, a full truckload, you're talking $2,500 to get that shipped over here. That's a nice chunk of change.
So it's a lot easier just to pay the prep center to do it.
Yeah, you pay the prep center, and it depends on how complicated the prep is. If it's a one-sticker item, you're right. Send it to Amazon. They could label it for whatever it is now, 55 cents, I think.
55 cents,
yeah. But, you know, but if you're doing bundles or multi-packs and you got the shampoo conditioner combo. Like
you get to bag it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bag it. Now you're talking $1.10, I think. Yeah. Or even more, I think. Because it's 55 cents plus 75 cents, is it, for a poly bag, depending on how big it is?
Yeah, I don't even.
I've paid $1.10 for a poly bag for a big item. Yeah. I'm like $1.10 for. I mean, I could have bought 1,000 poly bags for $20.
And then as far as them protecting your data, the way I see it is those businesses aren't going to last. You know, they're just not going to last. They're not operating their companies properly. So think about, like, I don't know what the beef was with the company that you were doing business with, but I saw it on social media and I saw you talking about it as well as other people. So like that's a business killer. You know, with social media, everybody talks about everything.
Killed my Q4.
Yeah.
Killed my Q4. I brought them, without getting too much into it, I brought them items at the end of November. It was my last RA shipment in there for Q4. Yeah. I had like almost 300 products I had dropped off, and it sat there. Yeah. It sat there. Normally they're pretty good. You know, they had an online program where you could say, okay, this is what I want sent, boom, and then I will tell them, okay, we're going to pack it up and send it. Yeah. They didn't do that until December 23rd.
It's too late by then.
Too late. So almost every product that was selling, I bought a bunch of shit from Kohl's. Tanked. Yeah. Can't sell it. Couldn't make a profit. Yeah. I either broke even or I lost money on almost everything I sent. Yeah. Because I had to do it myself. I went. Yeah. They said they couldn't do it, and I went and picked it up, and I said, I'll just send it myself. Yeah. Loaded up my truck twice. I had to go. Yeah. Okay. Gas, Miami, Tobacco, all that shit, and did it myself. I really got screwed, and that's just, you know, that was the big killer where I was like, yo, I just can't. I can't. I was already skeptical about prep centers, but this was just like, I'll never use prep centers again. And I shouldn't have that mentality because not all prep centers are created equal.
No, they're not all
equal.
Equal. No. There's some great prep centers out there.
What do you think about using prep centers to protect yourself from taxes, like going into like a tax-free state? Good strategy or no?
Yeah, absolutely. It's better than going to a non-tax-free state. So, you know, anywhere you can save.
True. Anywhere you can save is good.
Anywhere you can save is good.